What up, YouTube? And man, what a weird angle. Like, am I gonna look here and talk to you guys over here? Or am I gonna look here? Or that should almost be in line. That should almost be in line. And yeah, how's it going? It's been a while. I got I got time. Like tonight, I got time. So I figured, like, man, like let's chill. Is this a better angle? Is this a better angle? I don't know. Sam, I mean, what's up, dude? I mean, I miss you too, man. And dude, I'm loving your voiceover videos, man. They're the best. They're the best. It almost makes me realize how much of a almost like a sweet, sultry voice you have. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's your voice is radio ready, dude. Marco, what's up? What's up, brother? And just chilling. It's been a while. It's gonna be like, I don't know, no one in here, but take a phone call. Take a phone call. No, you got a great voice. You got a great voice, and the way you slice up them videos is I love it. I love it. I love it. It's like, you know what I mean. Like, anyways, yeah. So here we are back again, and let me turn this light around. Like, you know what I mean. Like, should you guys not get to enjoy my fucking my face? Like, you know what I mean. Like, why am I such a dark mystery in the darkness when I can just turn the light bulb around? Turn the old light bulb around. See, that's and is that better? I don't even really think it is. But anyways, what's up, y'alls? Learn from the best, always Marco. And yeah, his videos are like, even his fuck around videos are like professionally done. You know what I mean? Like well edited, professionally done. Possibly and or a voiceover. You know what I mean? That's not the rawness I'm going for. And man, I think I missed an opportune moment. We ended up at this like fucking bar uptown, the Iceberg. And anyways, they had fucking pickled eggs there. And man, I haven't had a pickled egg in a while. And I'm like, darling, bartenders, please, if you may, could I get a pickled egg? And it's $1 for a pickled egg. And she's like, yeah, throw it back. Throw it back. And I was like, eesh. I feel bad, like the way she said it. I was like, anyways, fuck it. They're $1. Let me give her $2. One extra dollar for your troubles of going out back. You know what I mean? Let me tip her hard for the inconvenience, because in her tone of voice and is almost like, that's an inconvenient for me to get a pickled egg. So anyways, this fucking bartender got me a pickled egg, and it was pretty darn good. It was pretty darn good, to the extent that it was pretty darn good that when we left to go to another bar, I was like, let me get that pickled egg to go. So I had a pickled egg and like brown paper towel in my pocket for a good hour. For a good hour. Like the bike ride to get to the other bar, the hanging around, like, what am I gonna do? Walk in, park, and just like, I got pickled egg. No, took a while. I forgot about it. And next thing I'm like, well, what's this? And then pickled egg. That pickled egg bar snack at a bar that has no snack is a flex. That is a flex. I had four people want to bite my pickled egg. I let two other people break off a piece of my pickled egg, but my pickled egg was kind of the hit. Was kind of the hit. You know what I mean? Like I had that. I had that. And I'm reaching in my pocket for like pickled egg residue, like residue, do I still have the paper towel? And then I would smell in front of you guys, like, yeah, that's pickled eggs. But no, obviously, like a true non fucking weirdo, I threw out the pickled egg paper towel after I'm done. That's right, pocket egg. And it doesn't have to be pocket egg. It could be pocket snacks of any kind. I remember like in snacking times, almost like on Oak Island. Ah, that's a top pocket Bobby Dazzler. That top pocket is also great for snacks. Like, you know what I mean? That top pocket be like holding chips. That top pocket be like peanuts in shell or in out of shell. That's that's a good place for snacks. But sometimes you fall asleep forgetting you have snacks in there because it's an odd place for snacks, right? So it's kind of a gift and a curse. The knowledge that I just spread to you guys, like you may not use your top pocket of your shirt for a snack bowl, but you might forget it's a snack bowl and just go to bed with snacks in your pocket. And next thing you know, you got crumbs in the bed, and no one wants that. Like, I'm a big advocate for like there there should be no um purposely actions to increase the numbers of crumbs in this bed. Let these crumbs in the bed be either dry foot by mistake, maybe a pants transfer, a PJ pants transfer, or something like that. Let's keep the crumbs in the bed at a minimum. Like, no sense to like be in there like, oh, I'm in my bed lounging, eating chips. It's not a hotel room. That's what hotel rooms are for, where you could eat spaghetti on the comforter. You would never do that in your own home. Jesus Christ, that sounds insane. You could either do that in the kitchen or in the living room. Why would you eat spaghetti over top of your comforter? But in a hotel room, that makes 1,000% sense, doesn't it? Right? So in your own home, no crumbs in the bed. That's all I'm saying. That's all. That's all. But yes, a pickled egg in your pocket is like, and man, you could almost like a non-crumb item in the bed, like something you could be like, oh, you're drunk. You're like, oh, let me justify this item to eat because it doesn't make crumbs. Like that could be a thing. And Johnny Azul, man, good to see you, man. I miss you, bro. Legendary Gaming, I miss you too, bro. Uh, One less than the other, and you'll never know who's who, except for the one that knows. Uh, get you some chicken. They'll pop those eggs out faster than you can cook them. Gotta pickle them. I know a few buddies with chickens, and if I'm gonna pickle them, I don't need the freshest of eggs. Like, you know what I mean? You know what the freshest of eggs is good for? I don't know, like egg salad sandwiches, a fried egg in your thing right away. If you're gonna soak this like fresh butt chicken baby and soak it in vinegar for like months, you could you could take a less awesome egg. Like a less awesome egg would do just fine. Like You don't have to go so fresh for something you're gonna like soak in vinegar for months. Like, you know what I mean? Like, uh, he likes me more, Johnny. And I don't know. Is he wrong? Is he wrong? Did you ever eat those vinegar eggs in a bar? Man, dude, like you're coming in late. I had a vinegar egg. I had a vinegar egg in my pocket at the bar, and I told a story that came from the iceberg. Had a vinegar egg. I brought a vinegar egg from the iceberg to the Fish and Brew, and then like about an hour later at the Fish and Brew, where they have obviously no pickled eggs. Here I'm the weirdo in the corner making eye contact with people eating a pickled egg. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that alarmed some people. Like, first off, like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And where did he get this pickled egg? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where did he get this fucking pickled egg? Like, you know, that is a thing. That is a thing. Oh, Coob! 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 I prefer to suck it right out of the chicken's ass. Mm, I've never done that trick, but I did get fucking egged on by a pigeon. I kid you not, like 3 weeks ago. I'm outside, and man, the guy did my roof. I'm like, oh man, you do my roof, da da da. Give me a price. I was like, okay, you include this part of the job. It's like my soffits. I got these pigeons living in it. So anyways, I'm outside waiting for a fucking ride, and then I fucking. It's almost like I feel a tap on my shoulder. I turn around, and it was not a person there. It had been an egg coming out from the fucking soffit, hitting my shoulder, fall on the ground, boom, explode. But you know what I mean? These pigeons are willing to waste babies to throw yolk in my face. You know what I mean? Like, fuck this. I'm gonna spray foam them in to the point where it's like, oh, like instead of knocking to be like, ah, get out of there, I'll be coming all secretly and just blocking the entrance. Like, that's for fucking throwing like fucking eggs at me. Like, you know what I mean? Who does that? Fight foods in the house. Man, I haven't seen you in a fucking minute, bro. In a fucking minute, bro. And Coop too, man. In a minute, bro. Pocket eggs are a flex. And you're right, man. Like, no one else had them. No one else had them. Oh, you want to pay $1 for barbecue peanuts? You can do that over there. Pickled eggs? Only one spot. My pocket. That's the only place. I've had Scotch eggs. Hmm. What's a Scotch egg in comparison to a pickled egg? Chicken don't have an asshole. It's called cloaca. Ah, like the fucking cloaca chicken ass. The cloaca chicken ass, bruh. Scotch eggs are boiled eggs wrapped in sausage meat, then rolled in breadcrumbs. That don't sound like a fucking Joe Rogan Fear Factor event. That sounds delicious. You let a fella have like a sauce of choice to dip that in. More than likely, it would be ranch. But hell's yeah, like hell's yeah. You know what I mean? Big thing in the UK. That is a special kind of hated. All right, I'm gonna scroll up. I'll scroll up just to see if I missed something from Coob. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay, yes, that's a different kind of hate. Yeah, them fucking pigeons are fucking like throwing a baby at me. It's like, this is Sparta. And they deemed me the Sparta pit, where I accept like fucking unworthy, like bird babies. Boom. And maybe like I don't know if they have like a bird doctor. One bird is older than the next. Like, this baby ain't no good. Turf it. I don't know how the bird fucking like hierarchy or like the Sim City ness of it works out, but they threw a baby at me. Like that's what they decided to do. Uh, I can shoot. I can shoot a three on your ass. Shoot a three, like a three pointer from a distance. Like a three pointer from a distance. I mean, drinking on. Yeah, Moon Knight was great, except for like in every show, my big be like, oh man, this is stupid how they done this. Is like, oh, let's have a dream sequence. So in Moon Knight, they had that dream sequence for what, a full episode almost, and I was like, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't have to do that. Like, you didn't have the dream sequences. Uh, I shoot eggs on bitches thousands at a time. They call that a baby shower when you decide to not put to use um, your fluids, I guess. They call that a baby shower. Probably a birth defect egg, and that's what I mean. They probably didn't waste a good one on me. But even though when I looked up, man, there's definitely a pigeon butt, like a pigeon butt, or possibly like a pigeon pussy. And I don't know if it's close to the butt or the tail area, but when I had looked up, I seen like possible pigeon pussy butt area pointed right at me, and I believe that's where this egg was produced from, the reproductive hole of a pigeon. And I don't know if it's close to the butt, but the butt was pointed at me. I don't know how it works. You know when they say, "Oh man, did your parent talk to you about the birds and the bees?" Mm, not they talk about sex, and you never really find out about the birds. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do eggs really happen? Why do they throw them at people? Like, you know what I mean? When you get the birds and the bees talks, you know what it could be more about? Birds and bees. Because, man, and also speaking of bees, like, fucking dude at work was like, wow, wow, wow. One bee around him. He's like, ah, where's the nest? I was like, dude, it's a bee. Like, bees can travel. There's not necessarily a nest nearby. That's a bee. Like, his parents never talked to him about the birds and the bees either. Probably just about sex. And what a misleading topic. What a misleading title to a topic. It's like, oh man, son, we're gonna talk to you about the birds and the bees, and you're like, sweet. I love fowl. I love all fowl tree, and also like, you know what I mean, some pigeonness, like, you know what I mean. And next thing you know, they're talking about sex. Mm, that could be a letdown. That could be a letdown. Maybe she was coming on. Oh, maybe she was. Maybe like the embryo didn't take, and then that bird saw a real man. And yes, it fell on my shoulder, but that lady pigeon was aiming for that fucking egg dick penetration, almost like that pre-ejaculation rub off onto the egg, and then somehow, how would they get through the shell? I would have to penetrate the shell too. I would have to put my whole dick in it. And it's a pigeon egg, and I don't normally have to do this, but I will have to be careful. I will I will have to be careful, I guess, because it is a small egg. It can't take it all. It can't pigeon egg can't take it all. Um Watching the game. No, I was watching the game earlier, and then what had happened was I left where the game was being played, and that's about it. She can still produce off. No, I'm pretty sure she didn't flip out her ovaries inside out. It was just one egg. I'm pretty sure she can make another one egg some one other time. Shows you her and yeah, she did show me her pussy, and I bet you that'd be tight. According to the size of the egg that came out, like you know what I mean. After an 8 pound baby comes out of a lady, out of the mama, out of a human, your wife or your, so and you make a baby. After that, like 8 pound baby comes out, of that 6 7 pound baby comes out, that thing ain't ready tomorrow. Like you know what I mean. But a pigeon with that small little egg, guess what? Be popping out eggs. That thing be ready tomorrow. You know what I mean? That thing be ready tomorrow. Um, Voldemorty, what's up, bro? We talk about pigeonholes over here, and not pigeonholes, like actually like pigeonholes. I guess that's what it's kind of like turned into. Um, there you go. It's some guy, 1713 says the most sensible thing is written all night. He'd fuck that bird, and yes, if that bird is temptingly showing you your privates, you're allowed to gather a few moments of thought and be like, should I? And then hopefully you should come to your senses. But you can have a moment of weakness that you're like, man, that thing's flashing its pussy at me. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I will fucking bust an egg. I don't know. Like chicken Gordon. Let me chicken Gordon this fucking pigeon. I don't know. I don't know. How's my brother Lingley doing? Lingley. Last time I saw him, I could show you the text, and the text would be like, it'd be like, dude, it'd be like, dude, I just got COVID, and you're one of the last persons I hung around with. Gave me the old COVID warning, and to that, I wish him a speedy recovery. And it's so long ago that he's like fully recovered, made it through COVID. You know what I mean? Pigeon money shot. Yep, yep. And I don't think that's ever been a porno title, like a pigeon money shot. The director or the writer of that porno would have to be super creative for them to like even justify that title. Pigeon money shot. Mm. I could see it being maybe a Mike Tyson story because he used to like raise pigeons. But how would you throw that in a porno? Anyways, to be continued. Let's do on this. Let's do on this. Where is Green Hood? Is working tonight. Green Hood's working tonight. Pigeon McNuggets. Have the screenplay. Or there you go. And how would you tie Pigeon money shot? Unless someone's named Pigeon. Unless, like, wouldn't you need someone named Pigeon for that to make sense? Unless it's like this weird, like, costume porno where, like, everyone's like, a furry. Oh man, and is that even a thing? Like, man, I've been on the Pornhub a lot where it's almost like I've seen what it has. Like, I've seen what's Pornhub's had. But man, I've never really seen some furry action. Like, are we missing the market here? Like, fucking, like, was it Pigeon Money Shots? And then it's like a bunch of like porno actors in furry costumes as pigeons. You know what I mean? As pigeons. And then we put a cat in there. Like, meowsers. Meowsers, what am I going to do with all these pigeons? Meowsers. And then he fucks them, of course. Like, you know what I mean? That's what would happen after the cat would show up. Be like, and the pigeons would be like, "Oh, I'm a pigeon. Who ordered this pussy?" And the pussy's all like, "Grrr." You know how they're like, "Grrr." Oh, touch me there a little longer. Grrr. Pigeon Money Shot. Brought to you by fucking Dead Poop and Coob. Uh, One person, 40. What? Jesus Christ. Do I even want to read this? One person, 42 pigeons in a flock, and they swarm and drop an egg all over that bitch. One person. I don't have the deep enough voice to do like the the theater guy, but that's what I'm reading it as in my head. One person, 42 pigeons. You know what I mean? Like, uh, how the fuck was I not subscribed? I'm a bad friend. I think, oh man, no worries, dude. And you know what I mean. I'm way less active than I was. You know what I mean. Like, I'll post some stuff. Enjoy the old stuff if you want, but I'll be around. But you know what I mean. Something like that. Something like that is going on now. Like, you know what I mean. Catch me on TikTok. Catch me on TikTok. Send me a message whenever you want. Catch me on TikTok. Uh, I saw a TikTok about cake gender. Is that like Kate Jenner? Kate gender. They said if you feel fluffy and or layered, you're a cake sexual. Hmm. I was always like a fruit pie kind of guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck your cake. Give me that fruit pie. Like, you know what I mean? Like a fucking, like a turnover or something like that. Or even maybe a blueberry muffin. Fuck your cakes. Uh, a pigeon bukkake. And I don't even think, man, Coop, I don't even think it has to get that aggressive. Like, we have the title, but it doesn't have to get that aggressive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think with a small cast, we could, it could happen. Like, you know what I mean? You don't need a full bukkake or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the gang bus. It's not the fake taxi cab. It's Pigeon Money Shot. Like, you know what I mean? Let's just say let's keep it classy, sassy. You know what I mean? Like, little sass, little class. Like, maybe like obviously there's a lesbian scene. Like 100% there's a lesbian scene, and then there's some like guy on girl that's happening, and then like maybe some like pigeonery stuff. Yeah, I mean, like, I can picture like something kind of magical, something actually kind of magical. out of this pigeon money shot porno that we're like thinking about like producing. You know what I mean? Like money up front. Like I have a lot of empty cans. Like I could finance like easily like a fifth of this. Like a fifth of this could be like financed by my cans. Like did you get suspended from TikTok for a short time? Yes, I did. I get suspended all the time. TikTok doesn't like me, and do I even like TikTok anymore? I find like what it suggests to me, it's like YouTube knows me. Like YouTube's like throwing me like old WWF videos and them talking about like the old stories like Macho Man, he used to fucking all the time and TikTok's like cramming cramming bullshit down my throat, like fucking people just doing like fucking dancey dance, like I can dancey dance better than this song that I saw 100 times before, like you know what I mean, like I don't know, fuck a TikTok, fuck a TikTok, but they're even making I keep making TikToks, I don't know, whatever, check them on TikTok. Um, hey, that's the screenplay, exactly. We'll keep it simple. We'll keep it under budget. We'll do in house recruiting down at Waterloo Street. Like, you know what I mean? We'd be like, hey, yo, I know it's like $5 for a blowy, but how's about 40 for the afternoon? You know what I mean? Lights, camera, action. And the whole thing could be filmed under $700, and that's the equivalent of like a used set of good winter tires. Like, so couldn't you just you get a winter tire, you get a winter tire, and like just spread the wealth around that way, right? Part two: the chick coming back and doing the same to all the pigeons. Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's almost like you know what Titanic 2 should have been like? Same as Titanic 1, because it is like the story of it. But maybe put it from a different point of view from a different person. So you know what I mean? Like first time that flock of pigeons like flocked the fuck out of someone. Uh, have it out of like pigeon number two's eyes, almost like a body cam. Boom, boom, and then it'd be like fucking pigeon money shot part two or number two. It'd be from the body cam angle of bird number four or a different bird flocking the fuck. You know what I mean? Like while they're flocking the fuck, you could get different views from it. It's almost like, man, you could recycle the same material all over again. I don't even know if like that's ever been even considered. Let me make four pornos out of one porno. Like, man, did I just quadruple the porno industry by wearing body cams? Whoa. Whoa. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. I might know a thing or two about pornos. Revenge of the Chick. I like that. Revenge of the Chick. Um, Amber Heard's poop. Yes, I did see the Amber Heard poop, and I saw the my dog stepped on a bee. Like you know what I mean. I saw the memes of that. Um, she these trials are making her seem like a horrible person. You know what I mean? Yeah, point of view from the pigeon's eyes. Yeah, yeah. That's actually a great idea. Body cam porn. Man, Coob, like It's a chillin' chat, and some of these chats are like world changing event, patent pending things. Like, you know what I mean? Like Dragons Den this. You're like, hey, Steven. I was trying to think of like a no. I was like Steven Spielberg. I was like, I don't know, Steven's Penisberg. You know what I mean? Like four body cams, that's four pornos. But you would really need like a hot actress just getting it hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like like the heavy vocals. I don't know about you. I like the heavy vocals sometimes. It's almost like, man, she seems happy of what's happening right now. Like vocally. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, her smile, her eyes, but vocally, like I'm hearing that she's liking this, and I don't know. Cinematically, I enjoy that. Cinematically, that's, and the sound award goes to the one that makes the sound of the of the girl that like, I don't know, seems excited to be there and be like, this is great. This is great all the time. I'm liking this. You know what I mean? Loud sounds of those. Loud sounds of those are great. You know what I mean? McFluffy. What's up, bro? Wagwan McFluffy, upwards pointed arrow, hi McFluffy, and then Wagwan, cute little red cheek face. There you go. But yeah, but yeah, exactly. McFluffy nips into his heels. What was that song? Up in the hizzy, be to the GC. His and his old, call him down in BA. You know what I mean? Here's to the hizzy, J Buddha, his old. Something down in BA. You know what I mean? Something like that. I think that was a hit. I think that was it. I might have suck up to that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is it strange that Marco and Chet Hanks have become friends? Ah, well, we all kind of saw the progression and then this and that, and no, no, I wouldn't say it's strange. I don't think that's the right word. I think it's jump around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get up and get down. You know. Uh, does your body odor or feet ever smell so bad your eyes teared up? Well, there was this one, like, I think I mentioned it on Marco's stream where, man, I was smoking weed heavy, and it was like when I was just like fucking given like the special permission to get the really good weed, and before it went legal and all. Anyways, smoking crazy intense weed, like oof, and I would sweat it out. Like, you know what I mean? When I was smoking that heavy, I was like, I would smell skunky, like weed skunky. I almost smell like Afghan, like that good weed. Here I'm working, smelling my armpits. Like, man, who brought the good weed? And then I realized like it's my armpits. Like, you know what I mean? My armpits are like I'm sweating it out, like so much weed. You know what I mean? Are you hostling hosting a Ukrainian refugee family? No, no, and I would I? Would I? Man, it's almost like that's your own stuff. And also, if I let you in, you'd be hard to understand. You know what I mean? I don't speak your, you don't speak my language. You're like just hard to understand. I don't think it'd be a right mix. Like I mean, let him try somewhere else. I don't think it'd be a right mix. Um, I used to have a friend who had the sickest, stinkiest feet. I would cry as soon as he pulled his shoes off. Have to call the police to prevent cardiac arrest. And I have a few buddies that like, you know that well, some houses were adults now. It's like shoe off policy. When you come in the house, your shoes come off, and you're in the house with like sock feet. I know some people that they have like a fucking pass. Everyone down their sock feet, and they're like, no, keep your shoes on, tie them tight. Like your feet stink so bad that it has to be contained within the shoe. Otherwise, it's just gonna fucking be worse. You know what I mean? Do you smell like alcohol in your sweat the next day? I'm probably nose blind to it. Maybe I do. I don't think I do. I did smell alcohol off other people. I know I pickle sweat. Like if I eat a Subway sub and I have like pickles and olives, I find I smell like it for like a I don't know, way longer than I should after eating a sub. I had a girlfriend whose feet stunk so bad I used to make her wash them every day after work because they stunk up my apartment. Well, first off, I can tell you why it didn't work out. I used to make her. I used to make her wash, and that conversation sounds awkward. I mean, like maybe she needed to wash them, but make them. Oh man, I uh, I can't think of a smelly part of my girlfriend that you would need like extra like I don't know washing attention. Ah, but yeah, okay, yeah. Sometimes my feet do smell a little bit, and enough that they get comments like, "Oh, Dad, your feet stink from sweating and I don't know rubber boots or something like that." Uh, but no one can make me wash them. Like to me, it's like, well, suffer around my stench. Like you know what I mean? Like suffer around it. Eatman's sister. Does Eatman's have stinky feet too? Well, Eatman's feet probably aren't pleasant to the nose. That's for damn sure. It was a it was a Jesus go wash your feet. Oh, okay, like not a feet shaming, but almost like a direct aggressive observation, like a aggressive observation of odor of your feet. Mm, feet banter. Well, McFluffy Nips, what else you want to talk about? You want to talk about Doctor Strange, the new Doctor Strange? What do you want to talk about? Like, I mean, who am I sitting here with? I'm fucking by myself. It's up to you to fucking guide this ship. You know what I mean? I was a guy who had to wash his feet after work. Then one day they stopped smelling bad. And okay, here's my smelly fucking feet story. As a kid, poor. I was poor, right? Well, I wasn't poor. I was a kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't me up to me to be poor. It's up to my parents to be poor. So anyways, like I rarely got new shoes, right? But when I did, the fact that they were new shoes, you know what it felt like when you put them on your feet, not socked? Like you put on a brand new pair of sneakers, not socked? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is a feeling that almost can't even be described. Like a brand new shoe unsocked feeling. Uh, but by doing so, you stink them up very fast. By not having socks on and you're in these brand new shoes, they will stink up very fast. But man, is it ever comfortable? It's almost like, you know how basketball players get like shoe deals? Do they not wear socks? Because if give me a brand new shoe, and I can throw it out tomorrow and not worry about this stinking like 3 days. New shoes. Like, you know what I mean? If I turn into like fucking Jeff Bezos, I'd be like, oh, let me get that new shoe every day, and then just throw them. Instead of buying socks, I'd have like just a bunch of like new shoes. Like, then to me, they're throwaways. You know what I mean? Just like sweet potatoes. Aren't those throwaways? Like, what are you going to do with that? A sweet potato pie? Hell no, bitch. Put some fruit in that pie. Make that pie delicious. All right, throw me a curveball and put meat in it, a meat pie. But a sweet potato pie? No thanks. Oh, you want fries with that? Next thing you know, fucking sweet potato fries show up. If you didn't order those, you're upset because that's not the same. That is 100% not the same. You know what I mean? A sweet potato fry. How's Doctor Strange? I came across like a. I don't feel. I don't. It was better than a cam. It wasn't a cam version. Way watchable. Way like super watchable. And I watched it, and I don't know, like the Doctor Strange storyline, or like the screen goes like all like kaleidoscope. Eh, there's a few parts of it that was okay, but I don't know. I could have lived on without it. I'm glad I didn't pay to go see it. I could have lived on without it. The Nike disposal just tossed them. Yeah, exactly. Like instead of being a shoebox when you buy your shoes, it's like a bigger box and there's multiple pair and you just fucking toss them. But man, Voldemort, you know what I mean about fucking barefoot and new sneakers. Like that's a weird, undescribable feeling. Like, you know what I mean? All right, how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna go for a smoke. Oops. I'll put that like that. I don't know if there's a big wine bottle in the way. Oh, is that a drumstick? Yeah, for some reason, man, for some reason. Oh shit. Yeah, for some reason I picked up at the panic room. See, that's perfect. See, at the panic room, fucking last weekend, dude, like fucking threw out. I don't know. Let's say like fucking 40, 50 broken, half broken drumsticks. And dude's a big guy. Like dude's like, I don't know, 7 feet tall. Like, wow, this guy's an undertaker of a man, like the wrestler. Anyways, the drumsticks are way bigger and thicker than I've ever seen before. And there's a shit ton in the garbage. And I was like, man, what are you doing with that? He's like, oh, we're throwing them out. Took them all. Like, if these are garbage, I'm going to take them home. And I don't know if I'll think of a better idea, but I was thinking about, I don't know, like making a fire with it. Like, let me a drumstick fire. That'd be kind of cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, rock and roll fire. But I was also thinking, like, cutting them up and making like fucking little log cabin. Let me make a log cabin out of drumsticks. Or log cabin art. I don't know, like make a birdhouse. Make a fucking birdhouse log house out of fucking drumsticks. You know what I mean? Uh, and that's where hoarding tendencies come in. Cause I have this back room, and this back room's got a goat trail to go through it. Am I allowed anything inside the house? No, I'm not allowed anything inside the house. This is a fucking mess. I'm not allowed anything in the house. I think it's because I would keep adding more stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's wise. It's wise to fucking have hoarding tendencies. I have like multiple. I'm looking at them right now. I have multiple cans of beers that are upwards of like 10 to 15 years old. They're not a collector beer. It just, I have a use for them eventually. Am I going to shake them up and shoot them with a gun? Maybe. Am I going to, like, watch somebody drink them? Maybe. Like, you know what I mean? There's still use for possibly like a 10, 12-year old beer that has no value except for the can that it's in. Oh, man. And I never told you guys this, but man, I went fishing this week, and that was cool as fuck. I went down the street and where they have the fishing wharf, and dude was like, "Oh man, like, don't worry about it, buddy. Me and fucking Deadpool will fucking taking the nets." And I was like, "You sure? You sure?" Gave me rubber boots, gave me like the fucking rubber overalls. Next to know, we're in the boat. We're reeling in the nets. Like, I don't know, we caught 600 fish, 600 gas per hour or so, off a long string line of like gill nets. If you're familiar, I'm just gonna grab my beer. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna have a beer in the freezer. Yeah, I was worried about them freezing, man. They've been in there a while. You know what I mean? Like, whoop, whoop, hoopsity doops, hoopsity doops. I turn this. Bam. Uh, Hey, I live not far from those lights. Uh, what's lights? What lights? Do you need a hoarder intervention reality show episode? No, it's not that bad. Like I'd be like, even the people showing. I would like to think that even the people showing up for hoarders be like, don't throw this out. This is good. Like half the time, I was almost, it'd almost be like, oh, you can't throw this out. This is still good. Like most of my stuff. Like you know what I mean? Like the professionals be like, damn, you got a good eye. You, it's like you you got a good eye for hoarding stuff. Like it's almost like I beat the system. Ooh, got that at perfect time. It's the right temperature, and that's cold. Me and Lucy Tunes are taking off. Have a great night, Dead Poop. Glad we could. Yeah, and man, love all your stuff on TikTok, and good to see you, bro. Cheers. Uh, who's left? Is it just Johnny? Johnny and Koo? Because man, if technically if it's just you, Johnny, we take this to Discord. Be like, hey yo, brother, and you'd be like, hey yo, that poop. You know what I mean? Yo, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, it says 4 people here. It says mine. Oh, it says one on my end. It says one on my end. Okay, so maybe I'm like jumped the gun. I'm like so one person here, but yeah, we're 4. Yeah, let's all 4 of us hang out still. You know this man. I seen the accident that made this happen. This is mad, and it was what backwards on your end. MADD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. And when I was a kid, living in Fundy Heights on the west side, and this was like the, you know what I mean, not it's the west side. Even back in the day, like the west side's the west. It only gets so good on the west side. Like you know what I mean. Like you can't own a Porsche and be on the west side. Like you know what I mean. Like you got a new Toyota and that's about it. And that's in the better parts, right? So anyways, we're in Fundy Heights. We're in Fundy Heights. What the fuck was the point of my story? Man, well, I got sidetracked. I got fucking brain farted. Big like brain derailed. It's mid story and I just fucking. Did I quit smoking weed? No, of course not. I have weed. I have weed. I have weed. Didn't quit smoking weed. Man. Oh yeah, the mad. Yeah, I'm back on. I'm back on it. I'm back on it. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. So in my next neighborhood on the west side, when I was a kid, this was like fucking lunchtime or morning or something like that. And right up by the corner store, like 4 houses down. But smash! This fucking drunk driver like hit and killed the kid. And it's like, oh my goodness. Uh, and the parents of this kid, you know what I mean, had some money, built up a momentum, started this group, And yes, I was there for the original accident that created this group. And then I took the sign off the highway years later. Years later, I took the sign off the highway. Um, not because I was a witness to the crash, even though I almost have like claimers rights to this sign, but it fell off its post. I never took it. I picked it up as garbage, even though the post was right there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it fell off the post. Post was right there, but it's touching the grass garbage, and I took it home, and I loved it ever since. You know what I mean? Are you shrooming? No, no. I'm gonna say I haven't done shrooms in a while, but it's maybe 2 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks, and the little bit of shrooms that I had, I gave to a friend. Not that there was much, but there's enough. There's enough to like find what you're looking for. Technically, you know what I mean. Like, if your soul is tarnished, you know what I mean. You take this amount of mushrooms, and you might fucking either polish it up or fucking find out why it's rotten. You know what I mean? Why it's getting all fucking tarnished. You know, tarnish soul. You know what I mean? And that's why. Well, not because of tarnish soul, but that's why I'd like to try DMT. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let me let me find out a little bit of myself through like uh what was it, like shapes and colors, and then maybe have like a fucking epiphany, almost be like, oh, you're not worried about death anymore, and you're cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're just. No fires on the bridge, but man, that's why I kind of picked up the drumsticks. Because when I had that baloney fucking fire, that was that was all drums. Like, that was mainly all drumsticks, right? So it'd be nice to like reminisce, recreate almost that, where I have like a fire, like out of drumsticks. You know what I mean? Something like that. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, I don't know. I think I'm gonna, I don't know, pull the plug. Um, wish you guys a Jew, and I don't know, maybe like fix myself a sandwich or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of a big day. Like, a lot of stuff got done today. Like, you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, peace out. peace, peace out. And that's a slow peace out.